Hello everyone, ATR here, and welcome back to the Hearthstone beta. So time for another arena run. We grinded a little bit for gold, and we now have enough to pay for another ticket. So let's jump right in and see what we get. So, Mage, Rogue, and Paladin. We haven't done a Paladin in a while, I think. Have we? No, I don't think we have. We did Rogue a little while ago, and the last one was a Mage. So yeah, let's go for the Paladin. Paladins are okay.
With honor.
Kind of want to try to build some type of beatdown because of the hero power, essentially being able to summon a 1/1. So yeah, still let's see what we get. So starting off with our rares: Blessed Champion, double a minion's attack, Violet Teacher, and Sunwalker. Now, while Blessed Champion sounds awesome, it's kind of hard to use it effectively because, yeah, doubling a minion's attack sounds awesome, but it's kind of expensive. It costs 5, and say you're upping, I don't know, the Sunwalker's attack. That's 4, so it becomes an 8. The Blessing of Kings already gives you +4 and a +4 health, so it's actually better and it costs less. So you're having to use this on very high damage guys already. So yeah, I think we're gonna skip that. As cool as it is, we're gonna skip that. So let's see. Violet Teacher, it's cool. 4/5 for 3, which is solid in the awkward amount of health. And 3/5 for 4. I don't know why I said 4/5 for 3. Anyways, it summons a 1/1 every time you cast a spell. The only thing is I don't know how many spells I'm going to be casting. And the Sunwalker is a 4/5 taunt with Divine Shield, which is kind of hard to remove. So in this instance, I think I'll take that Sunwalker because I don't know if I'm going to be getting any real spells. And like I said, I like Blessing of Kings a little bit more instead of Blessed Champion. So yeah, we'll take the Sunwalker for now. Starting off with a taunt. Argent Squire, Booty Bay Bodyguard, and Goldshire Footman. Argent Squire every time. Spellbreaker, Raid Leader, and Jungle Panther. We do need that silence, so we'll take Spellbreaker. True Silver Champion, Nightblade, and Grimscale Oracle. True Silver Champion, hands down. One of the best weapons out there. It's a 4 attack weapon, which is already awesome, and it heals you for 2 every time you utilize it, so that means you can take some decent amount of hits. Spiteful Smith might combine okay-ish with things like the True Silver Champion. The only thing is I don't know how many I have. They get Enrages, giving it +2 attack, but yeah, I mean, I like this more for something like a Warrior, because a Warrior is gonna definitely have more weapons, or hell, even a Rogue. A Rogue can always summon its own weapon, and this synergizes with it very well. Hamani Berserker, I like it, but not for this deck because I don't have any reliable way of triggering that Enrage, so we're just going to take a solid taunter, the Senjin Shieldmaster. There we go. Dalaran Mage, Goldshire Footman, and another Shieldmaster. I don't know, or no, I don't have any spells so far, so we'll take another Shieldmaster. So a lot of taunts so far. We already have 3, so I think we're good in that. I did say before about the card draw, so this is the first card draw we get, and we're going to take it. Abusive Sergeant is very similar, but it doesn't draw a card, and it gives a one-time +2 attack buff to a unit when it comes out, which is nice. It synergizes well with other things. Magma Rager does hit for 5, but it only has 1 health, so it's, pretty crappy. So yeah, we'll take that Loot Hoarder. Spell damage, and restoring 4 health. Well, again, I don't know if I'm going to have any spell damage, even though a 4/4 is kind of solid to have. I think we'll take this 5/4 for 6 that restores 4 health to your hero. More spell damage. Adjacent minions have +1, and an Oasis Snapjaw. The Snapjaw is pretty rubbish, pretty crappy for a card, except for a Hunter, because Hunter can synergize with Beasts pretty well, and this guy is an awesome target for things like the, what is it called? The Houndmaster? Yeah, the one that gives him +2/+2 in taunt. I mean, this is an awesome one to turn into that. I mean, it becomes a 4/9. But yeah, otherwise it's not really a good card to take. Again, I don't really have any spells so far, so the spell damage doesn't help me. So we're going to take that Direwolf Alpha because it gives buffs to adjacent units, and because I can always summon my Recruit. I think the Direwolf Alpha will work pretty well with that. More card draw, spell damage to adjacent minions, or giving our opponent Mana Crystal. This is actually kind of a tough choice because these are all pretty bad, generally speaking. I think I'm going to have to take that Cold Light Oracle simply for the card draw, even though I am going to be giving my opponent card draw as well. I mean, a 4/2 charge for 3 cost is awesome, but it does give your opponent a Mana Crystal, and I don't know how I feel about you doing that. Well, since we only have one card draw so far, and I don't know if I'm going to get any more, I guess we'll take that Cold Light Oracle. We will have to suffer having to give our opponent cards, but it might still turn out okay anyway. So yeah, we'll take that. Silver Hand Knight, Fen Creeper, and Gurubashi Berserker. I don't have a way to either heal or trigger it for its Enrage ability, essentially. So we'll skip that. The Fen Creeper is a pretty solid card. I like it. A 3/6 taunt is very hard to remove, but we already have 3 taunters in the deck, so I think we're okay for taunt. We're going to take the Silver Hand Knight. It's a very solid 4/4, summoning in a 2/2 as well. So yeah, we'll take that Silver Hand Knight. Commando, Spellbreaker, Corehound, Spellbreaker. And there we go. 2 spells. Shattered Sun Cleric, Dark Iron Dwarf, and a Shield Bearer. Shield Bearer we can skip because we don't need that much taunt. Dark Iron Dwarf is solid. It's a 4/4 that gives +2, and the Shattered Sun Cleric did get nerfed. It used to be a 3/3, now it's a 3/2, but it still gives +1/+1, which is also pretty solid. Well, the curve here, we have a lot of force, so I think we're going to take this 3 just to have a little bit of a better curve there. Stormwind Champion, Voodoo Doctor, and Tauren Warrior. I do like the Voodoo Doctor, even though it's very easily killed for 1 health, but it does restore you 2 health, or it restores 2 health to anything else. Tauren Warrior does Enrage, but again, we can't trigger it, so it's essentially just a 2/3 taunt, which we don't need taunters right now. I think we'll take the Stormwind Champion, again, simply because we can summon our 1/1 to attack and buff that to a 2/2 with this. So yeah, we'll have that just to buffer stuff later on. Dread Corsair, Murloc Raider, and Corehound. Again, I don't like the Corehound because it only has 5 health for a 7 cost drop, so it it gets removed pretty easily by the time it comes out, even though it hits for 9. The Murloc Raider is okay for a Murloc deck, but a 2/1 we don't really need right now. If we had a Hungry Crab, I might consider taking this just to sacrifice it to the crab. But yeah, I think we'll take this Dread Corsair, even though it is a 3/3 with taunt, but if we can get it out at the same time as a True Silver Champion, it comes out for free, so I think that's okay. Yeah, we can synergize this a little bit better than these other 2. Hopefully we get more weapons to choose from. Stranglethorn Tiger, Harvest Golem, and another Murloc Raider. Again, we don't want the Murloc. Harvest Golem, pretty solid. 2/3 for 3, and it spawns a 2/1 when it dies, so kind of hard to remove. And the Tiger is a solid 5/5 with Stealth, which is pretty heavy hitting. We only have 1/5 so far, which is our Silver Hand Knight, but our 4 cost curve is a little bit too high. I think I want to even out my 3s, have a little bit more, so we'll take that Harvest Golem for now. Raid Leader, Shield Bearer, and Humility. Change a minion's attack to 1. I do like the Aldor Peacekeeper a little bit better for doing this, but I don't know if I should. I mean, it is a nice way to neutralize a big threat, even though it still stays alive, but, it only hits for 1, so it means it's not that, well, threatening, obviously. Raid Leader, however, does work pretty well again with my hero power, and if I can get a lot of tiny guys out there. Shield Bearer, again, I don't think I need taunt at that point. We have the Ascendant Shield Masters and the Sunwalker. I think I'll take the Raid Leader. I mean, just trying to keep stuff on the field and win that way. Because, yeah, Humility, I don't know. Nah, we'll take that Raid Leader. Get more 3s on the field. Okay, here we go. Repentance, Hammer of Wrath, and Ancient Brewmaster. Now, I do like my Brewmaster simply like I've done before, combining them with things like the Spellbreakers just to get it out, silence something, and bring him back. But we have Repentance, which is when your opponent plays a minion, reduces its health to 1. This is very easily, I guess you could say, counterable by your opponent. If he is, trying to find out what it is, he can play a weenie with low health or just 1 health, and it burns my secret. So I think we're going to take that Hammer of Wrath just to have some removal, and it is card draw, and I said before, card draw trumps everything for me, I believe, so we'll take that Hammer of Wrath. It's always solid. Blessing of Kings, Raging Worgen, and Magma Rager. I do like my Worgen, but again, I have no way to reliably trigger it, sorry. So we'll take that Blessing of Kings. Like I said before, the other one was 5 cost doubling attack, but what do I have right now that deals too much damage? The Stormwind Champion would come up to a 12 damage, which would have been the only one to benefit from it. I suppose the Priestess of Elune would have become a 10 damage creature, but even then, with the Blessing of Kings, it becomes a 9 damage creature, so you're not losing that much. And yeah, the other ones are pretty weenie guys, so none of them would have benefited, only the Stormwind Champion. So yeah, that's why I think the Blessing of King is good. Hell, you can even drop it on your 1/1 recruit and make it a 5/5 threat. You know, spread out your buffs around your character. So yeah, Blessing of Kings, definite choice. Okay, another Violet Teacher, a Young Priestess, and an Imp Master. Imp Master is pretty nice if you can get the other weapon with the Paladin, I forget what it's called, but the one that basically gives +1/+1 whenever you summon a creature, because it, well, one, it becomes a 2/6, you know, so it gets buffed, and then once it takes the damage, every imp also gets buffed, so you start putting a lot of tiny threats there, but 2/2s are actually a significant threat out there, you know, as long as you're spamming them, and it also works with your recruit. Works just as well with the Violet Teacher, but this one triggers at the end of every turn, while the Violet Teacher you need to cast a spell. And spell-wise, we have what? A Blessing of Kings, a Hammer of Wrath, and that's it. We only have 2 spells so far, so the Violet Teacher is not going to be it. The thing is that with the Imp Master, it's just bringing out tiny threats, and I don't know if that's going to be worth it. Young Priestess, I do like. I've been using it a lot on my random deck, and it gives a minion +1 health, so that could work. I am tempted to take the Imp Master, however. It's a little bit more reliable than this, even though this one hits harder. Yeah, we'll take the Imp Master. It's a solid card. Yeah, we'll take it. Holy Light, Abusive Sergeant, and Murloc Raider. Now, just in case of those burn decks, I think I'll take that Holy Light. Abusive Sergeant, like I said, I do like, but I think we can skip it. Yeah, we'll take that Holy Light. Even though heals, you know, direct heals are not that great to use. Yeah, I mean, those getting killed by Pyroblast, it's kind of annoying, you know. Frostwolf 1, Stormwind Knight, and Hand of Protection. This one we can skip. I do like the Stormwind Knight. I didn't like it before because usually with charging characters, I tend to go for the ones that have high damage hits rather than high health. But this guy, you know, has been working okay. It hits for 2 but has 5 health, meaning it usually survives anything it tries to hit. So meaning that sometimes it traits favorably, or it's kind of hard to remove. But we do have a Hand of Protection, which gives a minion Divine Shield, and we're going to take that because that allows us to trade even more favorably. Just pop it on something, hit your target, kill it, and that your minion stays alive. So we'll take that Hand of Protection. Okay, this is a tough choice, but I think I'm going to have to take the Consecration because I have no board wipe right now, and Consecration is just solid. Blessing of Wisdom is pretty nice. It makes it so that whenever a minion attacks you, draw a card, and the cool thing about this one is that you can actually pop it on your enemies. So essentially, if he has a target that you know you're not going to be able to kill, or something that he wants to be swinging with, you just pop it on that, and it's going to be giving you cards every time it attacks. So it makes them kind of want to sacrifice their guy in order to not give you cards. So it can mess with their head. But again, if it wasn't paired up with the Consecration, I would take it. I mean, Jungle Panther I like, but yeah, we're going to take that Consecration. We kind of need it at this point. More charge, more enrage, and a Silver Moon Guardian. Do we want to take the Stormwind Knight or the Silver Moon Guardian? I mean, Divine Shields on Paladins are kind of thematical, and they work pretty well. So I think we'll take the Silver Moon Guardian, although, well, it doesn't matter. I mean, I was going to say, although our 4 mana curve is pretty high up there, way high. But yeah, both of these are 4 anyways. Spiteful Smith, like I said, I only have 1 weapon so far, so it doesn't really make much sense. I don't have any charge right now. So I think I'm going to take that Stormwind Knight just to have some additional type of removal, because it's a 2 damage hit that can remove some stuff, so yeah, we'll take that Stormwind Knight. Why not? Let's take it. Ooh, Light's Justice, Hand of Protection, and Flesh-Eating Ghoul. Now this weapon is pretty crappy, I gotta admit. It's a 1 damage, although it does have 4 charges, but 1 damage usually doesn't remove anything. Yeah, I think I'm going to skip it because I was thinking, well, it synergizes with my Dread Corsair, but really just removing 1 cost of the Dread Corsair doesn't really equal synergy. So, yeah, we'll skip that. We're going to take another Hand of Protection, use our stuff to, you know, keep it alive. Flesh-Eating Ghoul is also good because of our tiny weenies there that can be sacrificed very easily and give this +1. But Yeah, I think I'll take that Hand of Protection. Give her once a little bit of a bolster. Another heal, another Dread Corsair, and a taunt. This one I don't like. I'm not going to take the Dread Corsair because I didn't get any additional weapons. And it's very unlikely. It's already hard enough to get the True Silver Champion and the Dread Corsair in the same hand, because we only have one of each. It's going to be highly unlikely that I can get both the Dread Corsairs and the True Silver Champion in the hand. So, I mean, I suppose it does guarantee, or well, not guarantee, but make it easier to have a Dread Corsair when you have the True Silver Champion. But I don't know. I don't like that. So I think I'm just going to take another Holy Light and try to keep ourselves alive against Burn. Here we go. More secrets. Magma Rager is a non-selection card. We're not going to take that. Repentance and Noble Sacrifice. Again, Repentance is very easy to dodge, and Noble Sacrifice is always solid. It summons a 2/1 to take the hit for whatever is being attacked, whether it's you or your minions. So it kind of allows you to trade okay against stuff, especially early game, because most stuff early game only has 2 health, so the defender kills it outright. So yeah, we'll take that. Another Blessing of Kings, an Ogre Magi, and the River Crocolisk. The River Crocolisk, even though it's just a beast, I kind of like it because of its odd amount of damage and health. It's 2/3 rather than the standard 3/2 that most 2-drops cost you. So it sometimes, I mean, even though it dies against those, a lot of the times it actually lives. Like, say you're trying to attack a Loot Hoarder with your standard 3/2s, it dies with that. But this one kills it and it stays alive. So, but we have a Blessing of Kings, so it doesn't really matter what this guy is. We'll take that. Another Humility, Magma Rager, and the Murloc Tidehunter. Now, the Murloc Tidehunter, it's actually not that bad. It's a solid card considering that it still summons 2 minions for you. But we're going to skip it. We're going to go for the Humility, at least have one of those in the deck. So yeah, there we go. And last, we get ourselves a Legendary. Now, Malagos is not a choice that we can take, because as cool as +5 spell damage is, we can only utilize, the Consecration and the Hammer of Wrath. Although Consecration with that is actually kind of awesome sounding. How much, that would be 7 damage to everything? It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, it's very unreliable. You already have to spend 9 to use it, and then you would, use something else, which, kind of doesn't work. Harrison Jones is, okay. It's 5/4, and it destroys your opponent's weapon and draws cards equal to the durability of the weapon. So, for things like the Wind Fury weapon on the Shaman, that gets you a lot of cards. But yeah, I mean, it's giving us the option of Tyrion Fordring. And that's just a solid card. I mean, it's Divine Shield, Taunt, and when it dies, it gives you a 5/3 weapon, which is awesome because we only have one other weapon on the hand. So that 5/3 will again allow us to use that Dread Corsair for free if we get it in the hand. So yeah, let's take that Tyrion Fordring. And the only thing I'm sad about is that we didn't get a lot of card draw, which again, that's why I was taking as much as I could when available. I only skipped 1 card draw. And I'm kind of regretting it, but it gave us the only Consecration option. So, I mean, I don't regret it that much. So we have 1 card draw in the Hammer of Wrath. We have the Cold Light Oracle for 2 more cards, which unfortunately gives your opponent 2 cards. And the Loot Hoarder. That's it. Really? That's it? Wow, that is not enough card draw. So yeah, I think this deck is going to suffer from that. So we're going to have to be utilizing our +1/+1, our 1/1 recruit a lot, because we're going to have to try to save as many cards as we can, otherwise we're just going to be top decking. Oh well, our 4 mana curve is really high up there though, so very nice. Blessing of Kings are in high supply, and we do have 2 silences. So anyways, enough delaying, I don't know what to say, but whatever, let's go. Let's play. That took us a long time to set up, about 20 minutes, a little bit less, but yeah. So we'll probably only be able to get 1 game in this recording, but yeah, I might just jump into another one after that. So, there we go. I found ourselves a match, and that's going to be against our guild leader. Jaina Proudmoore and Lightbringer. So, Sneaky Squid playing a mage, so hopefully our heals will allow us to stay alive. We're going to put that Loot Hoarder out there. We're going to skip both of these and see what else we get. We don't really have that good of a drop. Imp Master is an okay choice, although it's going to get burned really quickly by AoEs. But yeah, we'll just put it out there. there's really no synergy we have with the Imp Master, so there's nothing that we need to save it for, really. So let's go ahead and skip our turn. Next turn, if he brings out something, we'll probably just use our recruit. We do have a decent, small amount of synergy there with the Imp Master and the Raid Leader. Allows it to buff those guys up, but with that Fire Blast, the Imps are just gonna die instantly. So Murloc Tidehunter comes out. That's nice for him. Yeah. Thing is, if I put the Loot Hoarder out there, he just bangs it with that, and these two guys are still gonna attack. It does give me a card, but I kind of prefer to make it a threat. So we're just gonna put out our 1/1, which is gonna get instantly killed by the Fire Blast, and he's gonna hit us with both of the Murlocs. So he is gonna be hitting us kind of hard right now, but I think we're gonna be okay. It's highly unlikely, especially for a mage, that he managed to build a Murloc deck. I think he just took that one because, like I said, it's a solid card. It, wait, what? Okay. I'm confused. So he went for me, just burning me down, but he left this guy alive, which means I can kill his 2/1 Murloc. Okay, I could put down the Raid Leader giving this guy +1 attack, but that doesn't make much sense. It still kills anything, so we're going to put out that Imp Master and start having more guys on the field. So here comes the Imp Master, and we're going to kill the Murloc, because well, that's what we need to do. So Imp Master pops, gives me a +1/+1. Sorry, why do I keep saying +1/+1? A 1/1. And now we have more stuff on the field. So next turn, we'll probably put that Loot Hoarder out there and summon a Recruit. We also have a Silence in the hand, or we could Raid Leader depending on what comes out. Okay, well that is probably Raid Leader time then. The Raid Leader gets rid of that completely because it's going to give +1 to both of those guys. Well, never mind, that's not going to work anymore. He finally decides to go for the Imp, and just leaves that on the board. Okay. Cold Light Oracle also an option, just to draw cards early on. Do we want to go that route? I don't think we want to go that route. We could silence that Taunter, but I don't think silence for that Taunter is really important. Raid Leader is no longer an option because it just gives +1 and this thing stays alive. So we're just going to drop a Loot Hoarder and bring out a Recruit. And we're not going to attack this time, which is going to use the health of our Imp Master to summon more Imps. Hopefully he doesn't have an Arcane Blast on his hand, and he wipes pretty much the entire board, but yeah. He can't kill everything right now, which means the next turn I can't get rid of that Taunter, but let's see what he brings out. 3, 4, 5. Next turn is probably Raid Leader and another Recruit. Demolisher comes out. It's a nice nice card, I like that one. It's going to hit us for for 2 damage. So, how can we do this next turn? Okay, so he hits us for 1. That is okay. We're not going to restore health on that. We'll just save this for ourselves for later on. So we are going to, well, let's see. If we do +1, this becomes a 3, and all of these are hidden for 2, so I can actually sacrifice this beforehand and see if I get a different option as far as cards go. So, yeah, let's go ahead and hit that. And it gives us a Stormwind Knight. Nah, not really a good option. I could use it for charge right now, but these guys can kill this anyway, so go ahead and bring out a Raid Leader. The Raid Leader is going to buff everybody up enough to kill everything else. And we get ourselves another Recruit with +1, and the Master pops again and gives us a +1. So yeah, that's working out pretty well. We got board advantage, but now we are going to die because he's probably just going to Arcane Blast. And kill everything in the board. We can kind of save that Cold Light Oracle, although I don't know if it's the right move to use it early on. Because later on, if he runs out of cards, it's going to help him out. So he decides to silence my guy before it died. I guess that's okay, because I could have gotten the damage in and then it just spawned another guy, but I wasn't going to heal him anyway, so I think I'm okay with all that. Let's see. Damage-wise, I think we're going to utilize our... Yeah, we're going to utilize our Stormwind Knight, get +3, kill that guy, keep it alive, and just hit with everything else and summon yet another recruit, which is now probably going to die to a type of AoE. But yeah, here comes the Stormwind Knight. Like I said, this is why I like him. He takes a hit and stays alive, brings out yet another guy, and we swing at him now for a decent amount of damage, actually. Come on, why is it lagging so much? Sometimes you can queue up attacks very quickly, and other times you have to wait until everything stops before you can. But, well, beta is beta, so no point in complaining. So, we did a decent amount of damage, but yeah, we only have 1 health guys on the field. I'm hoping that he actually uses Flame Strike to get rid of all these guys. But now he goes for a Lower the Arena. Lower the Arena, no point in using Humility, everybody has 1 health. We could Stormwind Champion, and Stormwind Champion gives us +1/+1. So a lot of this stuff actually stays alive, and we can hit him for...
Let me think.
The other option is a Hammer of Wrath and a Cold Light Oracle. 3, 6, 4, 5, 6, 3. No, you know what? Yeah. I mean, we're going to do a little bit of an odd amount of damage, but we're just going to go in for a lot. So that's 3, 6. Yeah, let's pump everything we have. 1/+1. Here we go. The recruits go in. Damage this guy for a lot, and then we go in for the maximum amount of damage.
The dark end.
Come on, there we go. And there we go. Quickly. Pass our turn. Pass our turn, I said. There we go. And the button's broken now. So yeah, I guess lag doesn't really help out with the interface. It makes it glitch out. But yeah, we are in a very nice spot. A Flame Strike can come down right now. Now he goes for the Fireball on us. But we win then. Yeah. We have achieved victory, so awesome. First game went pretty well. Beat down deck worked out okay. And we didn't even have to give him cards. So the Harvest Golem comes out, but yeah, we're just going to say GG.
Well played.
And there he goes. So we're going to 3, 4, 7. Hey. So, first game went as well as it could, and we got ourselves a win. And oh, we unlock a Golden Holy Light. Look at that. Shiny little burning things healing the old man there, so nice. Okay, well, we're going to cut it out here. It's a little bit under half an hour, but yeah, I mean, if we go for another game, we would extend that a little bit too long. So I'll probably just jump into it right after this and release that on a separate date. But yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.